Hello and welcome to No Time, No Time Explorer here. As I said in my World of No Time video, the game takes place on an island near the fictional continent of Antillia. This time I will be focusing on the main city on this island, Pine Lake. Pine Lake is located east of Mount Europe in a beautiful grassy hilly open area. A small lake is located nearby, and some pine trees surround the area, as well as a famous hill they dubbed Park Hill. So how was Pine Lake founded? Well, Pine Island was inhabited in the 16th century. The settlers first decided to build a city on the west side of the island, a city called Cape Dunn. Pine Lake would be founded much later on, particularly in 1748. In this year, the first building has been built. People found out it's a nice location, so Pine Lake would start to rise. In 1750, the said house has been turned into a blacksmith shop. Generally, more houses would start appearing as time would go on. Not much more interesting going on later in the 1700s, but when something interesting does happen is in the second half of the 1800s. As you may know, around this time, America has been in the era of Wild West. And apparently, so did Antillia. The horses, the guns, the sandy desert everywhere, the dangerous outlaws. By the 1860s, which many people consider the beginning of Wild West, besides a lot of new houses, the town now has a bank and a church. Then we have a couple fields, windmills, and a bridge over the lake. In 1870s, we have a lot of new houses, as well as train tracks, so people can now travel across the island by train. There's a steakhouse where you can buy food, the sheriff office. The town's sheriff is legendary Clint Westwood. He became very respected when in the said decade stopped an infamous bank robbery. There's also a new shop with horses, and a little store in town called Mincy's Tea Shop, as well as something I cannot imagine Wild West without, the saloon. Also, did I mention this thing? Yeah, interesting. In the middle of the town, there's a little wooden platform that's used for public torture. I guess it should be public execution, but yeah, Pine Lake is different. We have public torture. But the most standing out is the Kurt House. It's still being built, as you can see, but it will become one of the most recognizable buildings in the city. Moving to 1880s, besides the Kurt House finally being finished and the lamps being added, there isn't much new. However, the Kurt House still doesn't have its post office and archive. The 1890s, Wild West is slowly but surely dying. Pine Lake has been equipped with a sewer system, yes, the one I talked about in this video, check it out. In 1900s, we have a lot of new houses being built. There's a lot less bandits and outlaws around also. 1910s finally marked the end of the Wild West. No cowboys anymore. Now we have the invention of roads. Mincy's Tea Shops is replaced by Hank's Goods, the torture platform has disappeared, and Fred probably passed away from improper handling of manure. I'm guessing Westwood is also very close to retirement. The 1920s, the time where mafia is on the rise. Westwood is retired and Pine Lake switches to a police system. But to honor the legendary sheriff, there was a big monument built in the middle of the Pine Lake, where the public torture platform used to be. The saloon is now closed, most likely because of prohibition. But most importantly, cars happen. Maybe for good, maybe not, because those drivers are really stupid. Also, did I mention the main detective is Clint Westwood's son? Oh yeah, and did I mention the completely new district the city now has? It's called Sunny Beach District, and it's huge. We have the news building, an unfinished hospital, a car dealership, general store, street food corner, a nightclub, extremely lot of things. They've been building it for 10 years now, so it's technically part of the 1910s, but I wanted to include it here since it's much less empty in the 1920s. 1930s. Brand new sign, the school is built, the blacksmith is out of business, food stands can now randomly appear in the town, Much more cars on the road, as you can imagine, a couple new buildings too. And we have a cinema now. 1940s, many new houses, the fence around the schoolyard, a bridge across the train tracks on the main street, a new car repair shop owned by Bill is opened. At the place where the salon used to be is now a newly opened coffee shop called Barty's Coffee. Hospital is finished. 1950s, rock and roll is here. The world is much more alive and happy. The bookstore is open, barber in town. The Kurt House now has the post office and archives. The Sunny Beach district has proper roads, more modern houses, a diner. The radio tower is being built, a new hotel. '60s, the hippie era. The Pine Square has been renovated a little, and the radio tower is finished. 1970s. Hank's Goods has closed, the city now has concrete in the center. A very important one, the 612 shop is open. The cashier there is Mr. Nice. It has loads of useful stuff to buy. Another new part of the city is being built with again new houses. And this digital sign was added. 1980s. There's now a Burger Lord opened near the school, as well as a new skate park. The main street is now filled with palms, and Ben's Donuts is here. The 612 shop is now run by Tom instead of Mr. Nice. And there's maybe a few new buildings, but I'm not sure, I haven't noticed any, so maybe just minor ones. In the 1990s, there isn't really anything new, well, at least not what I know of. 2000s. We now have these cool recycle stations. Don't touch the waste bales. Don't do it. If you know, you know. The 612 sells uranium. That's right. Thanks to this protective glass, uranium is now saved and sold worldwide as a source of energy. We have the levy boards, which are skateboards that hover. Yeah, basically hoverboards. They're also sold in the 612 store. Oh, and say hi to Older Town. Or you can buy flare glasses, which make your vision better by adding some analytics. Cool, I love it. Oh, did I mention we have also fusion energy now? And you can even refill these at these fusion stations. Now look at the sky. We now have these giant advertisement flying things. This new soon to be an ice cream place. The Barty's Coffee is closed and turned into a pizza place. Some buildings now have these antennas and metal additions. eBay stations, those are cool. And someone named Edward Atter has opened a tech shop at the place Hank's Goods and Mincy's tea shop used to be, but the shop still has no sign. And there are now 4 small water places at the square. 2010s. Now, where should I even start? Flying cars, tech additions, futuristic traffic lights, landing platforms, no landing marks on the roads, hologram news, the criminal database at the reach of anyone's hand, this cool giant platform all over the Centrum that leads onto the roof parking lot, hover train system across the whole island, these robots, the ice cream place I talked about earlier, that's open now, sky highways, that's not part of the city but I want to include it here, and hover signs even in the sky. That's probably it. Yeah, a lot of stuff happens. Now let's take a look at the 2020s. For the majority of the 2020s, the city is almost the same as 2010s. However, in the mid-2020s, a war has spread in the Middle East, and in the later 2020s, there will happen a sudden attack on Accordia Islands, which Pine Island is part of. So Pine Lake will get destroyed by C Corp. Now remember that, C Corp, because that will be very important in later lore videos. But let's not talk about that yet. The war is very complex and definitely deserves a whole video for itself. Let's talk about Pine Lake. No pedestrians, buildings scrap everywhere, tear down buildings, the center has a wall built around it. Well, Pine Lake has fallen. Sure. Spoiler alert, it will eventually be rebuilt, 10 times bigger and more sci-fi than ever. But that will make it a whole new city. Seriously, it's gonna be called Pine City from that point. I can break down Pine City in the next video. I wanted to document important stuff in this video. That's why I was mentioning when each shop was opened, etc. Yeah, you don't find out on the wiki apparently. So you have it here. So I hope you enjoyed it. No Time Explorer out. See you in no time.